How you doing, comics fans? Welcome to Comic Art Channel. Uh, got a haul video, October 2022 haul. It's pretty light this month, um, which I guess is a good thing. Um, but yeah, a nice variety, good amount of art, books. So here we go. Starting out, picked up Love and Rockets #1, first printing off eBay. Um, you know, not the greatest condition. I'm not a grader, uh, but obviously like spine roll and a bunch of ticks, a bunch of wear. Uh, but it's Love and Rockets 1, and I think I try to pick these up whenever I can find one for cheap, or if there's some auction happening on eBay, which is where I got this. Yeah, I mean, arguably greatest comic of all time, greatest indie comic series of all time, um, with greatest living cartoonist Jaime Hernandez, and it's kind of the start of it all. Um, yeah, we'll have a video when my box set comes in. So if there's any fans, or if there's any people that have been meaning to start reading this, uh, and you don't know where to start, well, that box set gives you that entire first volume as it was printed. Um, yeah, so happy to have this first printing. Nice reader's copy, but I'll try to pick this up maybe like 1 and 2 whenever I can. Um, yeah, and what a cover. All-time cover right here by Jaime. I mean, I look at it and just blown away how good it is. Yeah, got a Love and Rockets #1 this month. A couple trades, giant trades, Stray Bullets, David Lapham. I'm ashamed to say, I've never read this. I know everyone has, many people have probably read this. Classic, now classic crime comic. Um, I'm a fan of David Lapham, as you'll see later in the OA section of this haul. Um, yeah, and I just always put off buying this. And I'm not a huge fan of like these just incredibly thick paperbacks, because I just feel like the binding is not gonna last. Like you're scared to open this all the way. But it doesn't seem like he goes like full bleed at all. So there's that space in between, gutter space, where you're not losing too much of the page, at least as you get to the middle. Maybe early on, and the end it's a little bit harder, right? You got to pull on it a little bit. But yeah, excited to get into this. And see what it's about. So let me know. Let me know if you've read it. But I'm gonna work through this. I guess with volume 6 Killers, that's like the entire first volume, and then you get into, what is it, Sunshine and Roses, which I'm picking up slowly. But yeah, working on this first. So let me know what you think of this. Another shadow book. Getting all the modern classic shadow run. This one with Kyle Baker as the artist. And Guy can draw. Guy is a amazing artist. So, I think Shadow is basically a character everyone kind of knows. Been around a long time, and there are some great modern runs, as I've shared in the past, in some of the past haul videos, with Chaikin, Sienkiewicz, and Baker. So, I want to check them all out. I know Eduardo Barreto had a, great run at DC as well. And so, yeah, I mean, why not? Why not read up on some modern classics? This is an interesting book. Alien, the original screenplay, adapted into a comic. This was on sale at In Stock. It was like $5-6, something like that. And off the screenplay by Dan O'Bannon. I don't expect like mind-blowing art. But just wanted to see, what was the original vision, and maybe how is it different from the end result of that movie. I don't want to spoil it for myself, but yeah, it's just cheap, easy way to top off my $50 In Stock Trades buy for free shipping. Some more Troy Nixey, Trout. He's on writing and art duties. Gotta support Troy. Great indie artist. He's done incredible commission for me. Always pushing himself as far as art wise, and he has a very unique idiosyncratic style that's I enjoy looking at it. It's not kind of like stagnant. There's a lot of variety. He changes things up even here. I mean, the coloring makes a difference, but it's just, if you look, pretty interesting. Visually, just I enjoy the cartooning. And Troy, if you're listening, would love to see you do more regular sequential work. Bless the comic reader base with more of your interiors and kind of narrative art. So yeah, working on the Troy Nixey bibliography. Got a first volume of New Teen Titans, original Marv Wolfman, George Perez. Yeah, I mean, I bought that volume 5, I think it was, and so now I gotta go complete it. And they started reprinting with 1. I'm assuming they're gonna reprint, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll be good. This is like Perez is probably little before my time. I would say Barreto was like when I was, younger. I mean, Perez was still doing some of it, but yeah, I mean, you always saw it, wherever you were looking at comics, New Teen Titans, So yeah, it'd be cool to just go through the entire run. Let's see. A random book I picked up, Everything Together, Sammy Harcum. I just heard about him recently through my kind of small press indie crew at the Athenium Discord. I mean, they read stuff that I have just never heard of, and helps me to kind of explore. So I think I picked up, like a few new floppies from Sammy called Crickets, and then like there's like this, I guess within Crickets there's a story, Blood of the Virgin, which there was another kind of floppy for, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. It was on number, I think, 8 of Crickets, and so I'm assuming it'll be collected later. Just wanted to check it out, and yeah, so I just picked up another kind of collection of some of his work, and we'll see how it is. Boy Willie, French bande dessinée. And this is French. This is in French. One of my favorite YouTubers, Earl Grey, did like a read through translating this, and I randomly picked up a page. Which page was it? This page, page 3, won the page at Heritage, and so like, hey, I gotta get the book. Of course, I gotta get the book. And I found one, I think, pretty cheap, used, not safe for work, but why not? The art is great. I usually don't buy like, the erotic type stuff, and the page I got, not really, where is it? Yeah, not erotic at all. More like, you know, pulp. But yeah, why not? You know. So yeah, I mean the art looks great. It's like early '80s, I guess, and yeah, maybe I'll like go through it again sometime and work on my French. Uh, got a bunch of stuff from Connor Stick Schulte. Here's the ultrasound. It's like a kind of a mini comic, supporting the the ultrasound movie, I believe, and it just has contributions from variety of artists. Here's a name you've seen before on the channel, Antoine Cosset. Um, yeah, uh, I got this in a package from him um, because I bought some art, and I'll show that off later because I'm going to do a review of the book. But yeah, I mean, he just added a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it feels good to support kind of independent creators and um, you know, kind of like a newspaper style comic that folds out and um, yeah, good, nice surprise. What else we got here? Some ad work for the book, Floating World. Yeah, I mean, books wise, I think that's pretty much it. We got our art haul too. Starting now with a page by Brendan McCarthy from Spider-Man Fever. Like this crazy psychedelic story with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange entering kind of like another dimension. And yeah, McCarthy, well known for his work on 2000 AD. You know, did a Spider-Man story and kind of like a one-shot mini type deal. And yeah, I just thought the art's really cool. Story is, you know, cool. It's kind of like trad more, you know, Silver Black before, you know, he did that, you know. I think it was written also by McCarthy. Oh, you know, pick this page up at Comic Connect auction. It's like on paper though, which I'm never a fan of. Never a fan. I want kind of the firmness of the board. If it's a little bit feels better because he these are like these two panels seem like they're original art, you know, paste ups. So he cut out panels and pasted them in. Um, but see if you can see, it's just like see through because it's on paper. I don't know how well this will be preserved. I got to take pretty good care of this. Um, but the art is cool. It's a fun story too. Another Comic Connect win. Lady Killer by Joelle Jones. It's her kind of image indie work. I think Dark Horse. Yeah, it might have been published by Dark Horse, and they have like the large Dark Horse library edition of it out, and I believe she's working on the next volume but yeah, I don't see a ton of the art. I have like a double page spread from the second volume, but this was auctioned off and didn't go for that much at Comic Connect. So when I targeted and um, won it. Third Comic Connect win. Tony DeZuniga doing Star Wars. And I'm pretty sure he did some art, like cover work for Star Wars way back in the day, like, maybe late 70s, early 80s. But, I don't have any Star Wars art. And I really loved this piece when I saw it. Might be a commission that he did back in 2004. Um, but it's I like that he did like his own versions of the characters. A lot of great line work, like see the Emperor, the stippling. A lot of hatching, different kind of types of pens that he used. Yeah, got like basically all the characters, main characters, TIE Fighter, X Wing, his own kind of style X Wing though. Um, but yeah, just a fan of the piece, composition, execution, and I got myself a Star Wars piece by, one of the legends of the medium, you know. The Zuniga, who was responsible for bringing a lot of the Filipino masters over to work on, uh, DC and Marvel Comics, eventually. Preacher, and yeah, we got our space page, which was something I was missing. I have another page with the Saint and Jesse kind of squaring off, but I always wanted an R space page, and this one became available, and scooped it up. Great image, great moment. Yeah, R space, is about to be made into like a pop star. Um, it's just funny. It's what a great character, you know. Freaking such a memorable character and classic character now, and so um, yeah, and on this video will probably be out, overnight, but so Sunday, um, bunch of Preacher covers are gonna be auctioned, and there's one cover with like just Arse face, and I'm interested to see how that one will do. Um, but real happy to have this page. Pretty much, you know, finishes off any of my needs for Preacher. Um, but yeah, I'm go Buster. Here's a classic cover. Um, Eduardo Barreto, Romeo, Tangal, New Teen Titans. This is the second volume. Oh, and this is the first of the two Crisis on Infinite Earths uh, crossover issues. So this is a classic cover. Barreto, you know, extremely underrated artist. Um, what a shame he didn't do much more work, but he had great runs following George Perez on, you know, Teen Titans, a bunch of great Batman stories, a bunch of great Shadow issues. So yeah, this cover became available and scooped it up. Great images of the whole of the team, you know. Love it. Classic kind of New Teen Titans setup coming at you. Uh, Nightwing, yeah, Starfire, great, just great images. And so, very happy to have this. You know, feel like this is just classic 80s cover, you know. And last but not least, we have Harbinger Page by David Lapham. Um, One of the first pieces of art that I had my eye on, um, as far as kind of something that I wanted when I started collecting. Harbinger, obviously, in the 90s, Valiant, extremely hot. Um, and, it was like, for me at that time, like, it was like, oh man, this is pretty mature stuff, you know? And, I really enjoyed the story. Um, and I've always been looking for some art, and this one, I think it was up for a while, and I feel like somehow the price came down suddenly, and there was auction and with a buy it now, and the buy it now price made sense, and so I didn't want it to, the auction had started, but I didn't want to test to see where it went, and so just bought it, got it. Um, Great moment. Uh, so happy to have this one. This is a huge hole filled, and just I'm not usually a big nostalgia guy, but this would fall under the nostalgia category, and yeah, thrilled to have this by David Lapham. You can see, like, there used to be text bubbles here, probably rubber cemented on, and they've all fallen off. And every page I've seen, it looks exactly like this. The text bubbles are no longer there, and so I guess I can do some work to either overlay or attach some new ones. Um, but yeah, I mean, thrilled to have it. Whoever had it, you know, did not take that great a care of it. You see, like, all these creases, but you know, it's art. The art is intact, and the art is fantastic. You know, so yeah, that's the haul for October. Much bigger haul probably in November. We'll work on some reviews. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Yeah, appreciate it. Take care. Bye.